Sir, we are live now.
Sir, shall we start?
Yes, we are live now.
Okay, thank you, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. A warm welcome to our guest speaker and all participants. We at Vatel have initiated 11 research-oriented sessions from 11th of Feb to 25th March. It is an initiative to develop research capacity of the researchers. The importance of statistics in research is known to all. Statistical analysis is the collection and interpretation of data in order to uncover patterns and trends. It is a component of data analytics. Statistical analysis can be used in situations like gathering research interpretations, statistical modeling, or designing surveys and studies. We are pleased to announce a seminar on statistical analysis using JMP software and statistical analysis using SPSS. Today's session is for JMP in the beginning, so I just want to tell about JMP, what exactly it is. It is a statistical discovery software, and it is a tool of choice engineers, scientists, leaders, and other data explorers across the world. JMP is a powerful software, and the key capabilities are data visualization, introductory statistics, multivariates, predictive modeling, quality and reliability, and design of experiments. JMP is used across industries and also part of 800 plus universities for teaching and research. So I would like to introduce Mr. Dr. Muralidhara for this session. He is a part of JMP Global Academic Team and collaborates with professors and universities for statistical and analytical excellence. He holds a BTech, MBA, and PhD. He has served more than 20 years in analytics and data science industry and worked for Genpact, Target, and Dentsu holding various leadership positions. He continues to learn and share in the area of analytics, data science, and statistical thinking. He is currently part of global team of JMP. JMP is a statistical discovery software for engineers, as I have discussed in the previous lines. His role is to orchestrate the statistical and analytical thinking by collaborating with departments, colleges, and university. Over to you, Dr. Muralidhara.
Thank you so much, Professor. One of the big assumptions is you're able to hear me. That's something we want to establish in the beginning. If something goes wrong, I'll be dialing back. Okay. Hopefully everybody can see my screen here.
Yes, sir, it is visible. I can see your screen, and your voice is also audible.
Perfect. So without further delay, thank you so much for Sushant University for giving me this opportunity to demonstrate some of the key capabilities of JMP, just pronounced as JUMP. So here is the focus. Next couple of probably 40-45 minutes, I'll share some of my thoughts about JMP's statistics, research methods, and analytics, kind of my learning. And we'll take a couple of case studies where I'm trying to demonstrate you the statistical discovery component. And I'll try to give you the information about academic program, and I'll open up for the question and answers. About JMP, JUMP is a statistical discovery software from SAS. If you have heard SAS, yes, most of you are aware of. It's been a global leader from last 40 plus years, and it's a easy to use. JUMP is part of SAS, and it's a simple, easy to use, interactive, point and click, or so-called the graphical user interface, visual and powerful statistical software. And it's an in-memory software. That means it sits in your local desktop. It is not a server-based, no IP address. So it works on both Mac and Windows, just to give you some basic understanding. It's been part of globe across the industries. They've been using it, be it the automobiles or else the manufacturing or the service sector, agricultural sector, food sector, chemical, pharma. It's been there from last 32 years, be it the Tatas of the world or else the pharmaceutical companies, AstraZeneca's of the world, or the automobile industry. They've been using all this for a while. While it is part of industry, like Professor said, it's also part of 800 plus universities used for teaching and advanced research. Be teaching basic statistical or else advanced predictive modeling or design of experiments, quality by design, multivariate analysis, structural equation model, business research methods, data visualization. These are all the subjects which are taught using JMP software. So just to give you some of the key capabilities of this software, this has been there from last 32 years. It's a single software I've been telling you. The goal is not to demonstrate all the capabilities today, and that will be uh, a difficult task, and give you some of the glimpses of JMP and how easy it is to work with JMP. The goal is to how it helps the professors to teach better, researchers to research better, and the students to learn better. End of the day, statistical thinking is very I don't call it as a specialized skill. It's more of a need now, and irrespective of whichever domain you are working, you're going to apply statistics to solve business problems. So JMP helps you to solve business problems by using statistical techniques. So some of the basic capabilities, it starts with data wrangling capabilities. How can you import multiple formats of data, importing the data, connecting to data warehouse. You can scrape the data through internet. And once you have the data, how do you make it clean? Very important, right? So there could be missing values, there could be outliers. You might have to do a lot of transformation, screening, looking out for pattern. So that's called data wrangling capabilities of JMP. You can write a SQL code inside JMP also, so it is compatible in that sense. You can connect to any of the data warehouses, including you can import PDF files or Excel files, text files. Those are all the capabilities. Once you import the data, the first thing which we always do is a visualization. So we're all visual creatures. JMP has all the capabilities of building graphs, tables, heat maps, geospatial maps, interactive. I'm going to show something called Graph Builder in my demo. While there are all conventional graphing capabilities are there, there's something called Graph Builder, which is highly powerful, and then it helps you to tell the data story. End of the day, analytics or data science or else statistical data analysis, you tell the data story while you solve the problems or identify an opportunity. So it helps you to unearth the patterns in the data and tell story. Next comes the introductory statistics or managerial statistics or engineering statistics, whatever you call it. So all sorts of basic central tendency, dispersion, shape, test of hypothesis, your probability distributions, checking for normality, doing parametric test, non-parametric test, ANOVA, ANCOVA. All these things are part of introductory statistics. I club them. There comes little more research methods or multivariate or consumer research. Starts with principal component, factor analysis, cluster, conjoint, discriminant, your multiple factor analysis, A/B testing, multidimensional scaling. You collect a lot of survey data through questionnaire, right? And how do you analyze your questionnaire data? That's categorical response. Market basket, especially in food and retail industry, they look at the association analysis. Your item analysis, or so-called the reliability and validity of your questions. There's something called structural equation model. Also, JMP has also the capabilities of doing confirmatory factor analysis, your discriminant validity, convergent validity, reliability studies, and building path models, moderation analysis. Those are all from a multivariate perspective. Then comes the time series forecasting. A little from a finance standpoint, building simple AR moving average models or smoothing models, or little more state space smoothing models, or else auto regressive integrated moving average models. So that's ARIMA modeling or transfer function models, or so-called automated forecasting. The big chunk, the predictive modeling of the machine learning. JMP has all the capabilities in terms of regressions, nonlinear, linear. It also has mixed models. I am proud to say that. And then your basic partial least square or logistic regressions, partitions, cart, neural network, random forest, boosted trees, support vector machines, k-nearest neighbors, generalization, regularization techniques are so-called generalized regressions, lasso, elastic ridge, extreme gradient boosting, ensemble methods. I can go on and go on. And how do you put a mathematical splines to your data, or so-called functional data analysis? And once you create your machine learning model, how do you deploy? Also, that's little bit of predictive modeling and machine learning. Text analytics, you collect a lot of unstructured data. How do you create a word cloud? How do you do a little more advanced topic analysis, or so-called sentiment analysis? You collect data from Twitter or else Facebook or any of these. How do you understand the underlying sentiment and take that information back to your predictive modeling techniques? Then comes the quality process Six Sigma. While many things go into the manufacturing side, as JMP has a lot more capabilities in that side also. Control charts building, process capabilities, stability studies, or Pareto, cause and effect, model driven control charts, stability, survival, reliability. putting at distributions. I know some of the management institutes have started teaching life distribution, degradation, survival for their attrition models. How do you put kind of look into the replace or repair kind of a decision from a reliability standpoint. Then comes the design of experiments, extensively used in food, agriculture, and then engineering sciences. And I know lot many universities have started teaching DOE in management science also. A lot of screening designs, factorial, optimal, custom designs, response surface, Taguchis. JMP has also prediction, so-called prediction profiler, optimization, Monte Carlo simulation. So I can go on and go on. This is what I learned from a management or engineering standpoint, or social science, agriculture, or food tech. All these things, capabilities are there with JMP, and this is a one software. By the way, we don't have any modules. Okay, everything sits in local desktop, and it's a one software with all the capabilities plus little more which I'm not mentioning here, so just to make it a little more simple. Am I going to do all the capabilities demonstration today? No, probably today is not the right day, for the simple reason we have only 1 hour. So I'm going to take you through a little bit of data to insights as a journey. You know, when we talk about statistical thinking, we call it as day to D, data to decision is a journey for us. So given that, JMP can enable you in this journey while you can go through multiple data formats. These are all the analytical capabilities, and this is your output. Let's start with little more on the import. You can import any kind of data. You can copy paste the data. You can connect to internet, scrape the data. I'll show you a couple of them today. And then once you do the analysis, you can export the output in multiple formats also. Okay, so just to give you a glimpse. From a visualization perspective, you can build all sorts of line, bar graph, box plot, histograms, mosaic, bubble plots, scatter plot matrix, cell plots, geospatial maps. All these capabilities, you can also build dashboards in JMP. The thing which I'm going to show you is graph builder. You build your own graph based on the kind of data story you want to tell. All these capabilities in machine learning, and these are all from a process quality, Six Sigma, and reliability, and these are all some of the simple case studies I want to take you. Okay. If there is any specific thing you want me to ask, please hold on to your thoughts. We're going to address that in the end. But here is 1 or 2 case studies I'll try to take. I have 4 case studies to start with. One on the predicting the house prices. Okay, so you all want to buy a house, right? So how can we predict the house price? And that's the data set. And then we want to do text analytics, and somebody is interested in doing little more EFA, CFA, or structural equation modeling. We can also look into that. And there's a time series. So I may not achieve all these things, but I'll definitely try to show you all these capabilities. Okay, so this is how JMP looks like. So if you look at the, it's kind of a simple Excel kind of a feel you will get, right? So these are all the columns, these are all the rows, and we don't have 2 separate tabs. Everything is part of one spreadsheet kind of a feel you will get. You can see that these are all the variables. And you can, as I said, you can import any kind of data set. If you already have text files, Excel files, PDF files, including PDF files, you can import. SPSS data or Minitab data, any kind of files you can import, or you want to start your own data analysis, you can start typing that also. You can also connect to data warehouses. As I said, internet, you can scrape the data from web page and Google Sheet or Database Connect also. All of you are teachers. I know at least 90% of the community here watching is a teaching community. So you can use your own data set, but once you look into the help menu of JMP, there are 600 plus data sets which are inside JMP, which you can use it for teaching and research purpose or learning purposes. And they've been categorized based on the analysis you want to teach or learn, or the kind of domain. If you're teaching consumer research, here is the data set. Employee taste, there you go. Restaurant, looking at a food and restaurant business, here is one data set. And so the data sets are inside JMP, which you can use it. Or else you can always have a lot of textbook also as an add-in. Okay, teaching elementary statistics. Okay, a lot of textbook add-ins are also part of JMP, which you can use. So there's no dearth of data. You can use your own data set or the data sets inside the JMP, or else a textbook add-in data. Well, before I forget to mention, here is all the tutorials are also here inside JMP. How to go about doing all this analysis, and then there is a robust documentation site also. So a lot of simulations, teaching scripts are also part of JMP. So let me take this data set which I'm looking at. Okay, so here is a small hyperlink I've created so that I don't want to miss anything today in the presentation. So I can do transformation, outlier treatment. I'm looking at the time here. I'm looking at presenting few of the capabilities as I mentioned. So here is the price of the property, that is you're trying to buy a house, and it depends on number of bedroom, bathroom, square feet. Miles to downtown is nothing but Connaught Place. You know how closer it is to the Connaught Place. Let's take that example. Acres, cars, how many car garages, how old it is, how long it is bare in the market, and how far it is from a resort. And there are broker types, loan status, property condition. I've also included longitude and latitude. My goal is to predict the what are the variables which affects my price. Okay? I'm taking you from data to decision. While I don't want to take you through each of the capabilities of JUMP, I want to take a case study so that I can demonstrate how you can solve problems, address your research problems using JUMP software. So now first thing is I look at, hey, whether data is clean or not. Once we get the data, there are a lot of screening capabilities, exploring outliers, exploring missing values, patterns, all those things. Let's assume data is clean enough now here. I've cleaned it up and I want to do first visualization. So look at the graphing capabilities. The lot of conventional graphs capabilities are here. Bubble plot, scatter plot, parallel plot. But I'm going to show you something called graph builder here. Okay. So given the same data set to two different people, they might analyze differently. There's an art piece to analyzing the data, even though it's backed up by principles of science. So I'm using, here is the variable. Okay, here are the variables, and this is looks like drag and drop. You know? We call it as 3D, drag, drop, and discover. So here are the variable. I want to see price. I'll just drag and drop it to the center. It creates a scatter plot. I want to see histogram. Look at the palette of graphs here on the top, and I want to see histogram. I see histogram. I need a box plot. I need a box plot. I want a bar chart. Let me see a bar chart here. I need a contour graph. I need not go back and then redo the charting. Okay. So I say I need a histogram or a bar chart here, and I want to see this data based on broker type. Okay. Our property condition. I'll just take this, and there are different drop zones here. Look at this. If I drop it here, it gives a graph like this. I have dropped. If I drop it here, it gives a graph like this. If I drop it here, it gives something. So you choose what is the kind of story you want to tell based on where you want to drop. Probably I'll put it here. I can see that property condition A, B, C, D, E, A being the best property. Majority of the properties are in the B state. Okay. So I can also change histogram, again, bar chart, line chart, contour graph. I can change it. So, and if I find anything interesting, I can always export it. Export, as I said, into multiple formats: image, PDF, HTML, interactive HTML, Microsoft Word or PowerPoint. I can export it. Now that I saw this, I want to see this by loan status, whether loan is available or not. I can split this data into loan status, and then I'll go to the color here. I can wrap it here. Okay, it gives me a bar graph. Let me see how it looks like. I want to look at the price into the x-axis and number of beds onto the y-axis. Looks like higher the number of beds, higher the price. Obviously, more bedrooms means you have to spend a lot of money, right? And I can choose, hey, I want to see a regression equation here. So I'm not going anywhere. I'm unearthing the insights by using graph builder. Build your graph based on your data and your ability to tell the data story. Okay, and I can drag. I want to see the bathroom. I'll just drag and drop here. Square feet, I'll drag and drop here. Cars, looks like, yeah. And then loan status, I'll put it here. I want a heat map. I want a pie chart. Definitely not the best representation of data. Heat map makes sense here, or else a bar chart. So you choose based on what kind of graph you want to build. Start over. If you can also do like this, something like this. Just drag and drop to the center. It creates you the graph. Based on that, you can change accordingly, whatever visualization you want to make. Some advanced visualization like scatter plot 3D based on the price I want to see. I can always do that based on the weight and coloring. So little more advanced visualization you can create. So you build your own graph. Visualization is the first important thing you do. Or else I also said that JMP also has a geospatial capabilities where I can connect to background map like street map service, NASA server. Okay, so just to give you context, so I'm connecting this to a map-based data. So if you look at this, I've taken the data from Seattle. It's directly connected to that. I can see where are my properties based on longitude and latitude. If you're doing a sales report or else hotels, okay, how the sales performance is happening. So you can use these kind of geospatial data as well, or geospatial analysis to connect to any of the servers and then do. Okay, so once my visualization is done, I'm moving ahead. Okay, so I don't want to spend too much of time here. A lot of things to cover. What I'll do is next is the distribution. Okay, so and I'll go and then put distribution. Look at this. Graph is one, all the capabilities. Then comes the analysis. Analysis has distribution, predictive modeling, specialized modeling, multivariate techniques. All these are under distribution. So I'll start with the distribution here. I'll take some data here and I'll put histogram. Okay, I just want a histogram. It populates the histogram here. And one thing in JMP is called dynamic linking. If I select anything here, everything including the data set gets highlighted. We want to see high priced properties. If I select high priced properties, have higher beds, higher bathrooms. Okay, they're closer to downtown. That means Connaught Place in this case. Or they're recently good on the market. They're recent on the market. So cars, higher number of car garages available. You can always go. So now the next thing is if you're teaching any of the statistical techniques like t-test, ANOVA, you want to do it, right? So you can just look at the normal quantile plot. More or less looks like normal here. The data is normally distributed, or else you can fit a normal distribution. I'll just go and fit normal and then do a little more chi-square test here. Okay, fit normal and then look for goodness of it. So it gives you Shapiro, Wilken, Anderson, Darling test. Now, both of them says the data is normally distributed. Once that is done, I will do test of hypothesis. Next thing is, as a statistics teacher, it's easy to teach descriptive statistics, mean, median, mode. The inferential statistics becomes little tricky. This is what my personal experience is. You have all summary statistics here, mean, median, mode, and then you want to customize. You can get kurtosis, skewness, variance, everything. Okay. So I'll click all these things and then I know the data is normally distributed. And if I'm teaching t-test, for example, and I want to see, want to check 410 is statistically significant or not. It gives me p-value here, says no, there's no significant difference in the 410 and as well as actual estimate. But if you're teaching this in a class, there is something called lot of teaching guides are built inside JMP for researchers and faculties to drive concepts in the class. For example, this one. Hey, what if I start changing? What happens? You can see that. If I start moving closer to the hypothesized or actual estimate, your t-test or whatever it is, your p-value changes, t-ratio. You can see that. I can use these kind of teaching gates to drive concepts in the class. What if it is a low side test? What if it is, if I increase the sample size to 400? Look at the distribution. Okay. What if it is a high side test? All those student teaching applets are available inside JMP. Hypothesis testing, demonstrating regression ANOVA, your sample size calculators, all those things are inside JMP which you can leverage it. So once that is done, I'll move on. There are a lot of capability studies or non-parametric also it is available here. I want to do a simple t-test or ANOVA. Okay. In JMP it is called fit Y by X. I want to see is there any significant difference in the price between brokers, okay, or loan status. I'll just drag and drop here and loan status to X factor and I'll just click. So now JMP gives me an option, go ahead and do a t-test. So now I did not say JMP what test needs to be done. If you define the variable well in advance or good enough, automatically most of the analysis is fixed in statistics. So in a way, JMP is foolproof that it doesn't allow you to make a mistake. One other example is I'll just take fit Y by X. I'm so lazy sometimes, So what I'll do is I'll drag and drop all the variables here. Okay, just to show you, okay, some of these variables. And instead of me telling what test needs to be done, JMP does all the relevant bivariate analysis, including chi-square and all those tests, and then you go ahead and choose. We're looking at ANOVA, you can do ANOVA here, means ANOVA. Okay. And I also, one thing which definitely helps the researcher, any statistical analysis tool will give a lot of outputs. In this case, you can see a lot of outputs. Not everything we need to know on top of our head, right? As and when it is required, we're going to learn. So JMP comes with a robust 9,000 page documentation, which you can refer. This is one way, or else the easiest way is there's a question mark here. Take the question mark and drag and drop on top of it. Now it takes me to the internet and helps you how to interpret this. So kind of indexing is good enough so that you need not know everything, but we are ready to learn. Here it is. Okay, so it takes you to the internet to how do you interpret all these particular things. Okay, so my internet is pretty fast. Yeah, summary of report. We are looking at R square, adjusted R square. This is what we are looking at. So don't worry, you don't know anything. Absolutely fine. You can learn everything based on your requirement. So once that is done, I might look at little more in the multivariate. So if you see multivariate techniques, all these capabilities are here. Principal component, structural equation model, multidimensional scaling, item analysis. So I'll just do my multivariate for all the linear so-called continuous variables. And it gives me correlations. I can look at the correlation probability. And here is the scatter plot. That was all visual also. I can do a little more on a fit a line and see how my correlation ellipses are. I can fit a histogram here. Okay, and all these things are dynamically linked here, and you're looking at exploring any of the principal component ellipsoid 3D plot. You can also do that from a visual perspective. Reliability studies, Cronbach alpha, all those things you can go and explore. Once that is done, I'm going to fit a simple regression model. What is that? Fit a model. I can build a advanced predictive modeling or a machine learning algorithm also, but I'll start with a simple regression model and then I'll take you to the next level. What is my Y variable? Is price, and these are all my X variables, and I can choose whether a stepwise regression, all these capabilities are here. I'll just build a stepwise regression and say, hey Murli, price depends on bathroom square feet, how big the property is, how closer it is to the center of the city, and how big it is, acres. Okay, these are all statistically significant. And I'll say run model. It runs a model here. Now look, see, these are all the top variables. Okay, here is a summary of it. All sorts of regression diagnostics like homoscedasticity, autocorrelation, multicollinearity, all those things are here. But I want to show you something called profiler here, okay, which is very powerful at the same time easy to understand. Okay, so hopefully you can see my screen. Let me make it a little big. You can see this is my price, okay, Y variable, and these are all my X variables, number of baths, square feet, and miles to downtown, acres. And prediction profiler is visually at the same time from analytical standpoint very powerful. If I change number of baths here, you can see how my price and the 95% confidence band are all increasing. First thing I can say that, hey, higher the bathrooms, higher the price of the property. Higher the square feet, higher the price. Lower the miles to downtown, that means you're closer to the city center, you have to pay a lot of price. Higher the number of acres, higher the price. So you can understand this better, because very important, more often as in statistics, there are two kinds of models, predictive modeling and then explanatory modeling. So it's not only prediction, why somebody will buy iPhone 14 or when they will buy iPhone 14, but why also is more important in some of the engineering and research concepts. So explainability is very important. And prediction profiler will definitely help you to understand better. Right? Talk about deep learning, deep understanding is also an important component. So now you can see that if you want to see the price, it's happening on a real-time basis based on the prediction expression, right? So if I keep the 3 bathrooms and then 3,000 square feet and 10 miles to downtown and then 20 acres, I have to spend a price of $591,000. So I can predict easily using prediction profiler. At the same time, I can go one step ahead from descriptive to predictive to prescriptive analytics. If you're looking at, I want to see, I can run an optimization algorithm where I can say price is my minimization function, right? Desirability function. You can see that its price is lowest is the best for me. This is what I'm thinking. So I can ask, hey, if I have to sell lowest price, tell me what I'm going to get. Jump will run that optimization also one step ahead. Says that, Murli, look for, you will get for lowest price of $106,000, you will get one bathroom, 768 square feet, and you'll be 50 miles to downtown. That means a little more far away from the city, and you'll get 0.1 acres. Okay, what I'm not going to show you now is there are a lot many things called Monte Carlo simulation, sensitivity analysis. Probably you might require in your research, start exploring all these things. So this was a simple regression. Okay, for the same data, I can apply little more advanced predictive modeling. We have all sorts of predictive modeling techniques like neural network, partition, all these things. Just to show you, I'll first create a validation column. I'll split the data into 75 and 25%. You can see that I did that. I'm going to run a simple neural network. Price is my value. These are all my X factor. Validation is this. I'll run. And if you're familiar with the neural network, I'll put randomly some activation functions here. Okay, this is now that you can see that it has a profiler also. Okay, you can use it for prediction, and this is your neural network. And if you're using it for any of the advanced research, you can also publish prediction formula and then create little more a C code or a Python code for deployment as well. So if you're deploying the model to the front-end systems, you can also generate that capability. So what I'm showing you, Jump is a drag and drop software, but it is also extensible with open source platform. So you can code. That's also possible. But our customers, researchers, or faculties like you, or the students, extensively use it especially in driving the concepts in the class as a drag and drop software. Okay, and you can teach any of the concepts here. So, but if you're a researcher, instead of running each of the algorithms independently or individually, there's something called model screening, where I say, hey, this will be helpful for researchers. Okay, instead of me learning all the algorithms, I'm asking Jump, hey, run all this predictive modeling and just give me the result. Okay, if you think it ran so fast because of the data set is slow, absolutely right. At the same time, let me remind you, Jump has the capabilities, even if you have thousands, millions of rows, the accuracy and the speed is similar to like this, what I'm doing it. Okay, that's how our commercial customers likes us. So you can see that neural boosted is a better model given the R square here, but you can also choose, for example, generalized lasso. So you can see how my parameter estimates are changing. Okay, or else if somebody is using any of the advanced machine learning algorithms like XGBoost, you can also fine tune your hypertuning parameters and then run different models, or else you can create a tuning design and run 20 different models and then choose the best, and then you can combine. So that's called ensembling methods, right? Model averaging or model combination. So Jump has all those capabilities. Okay, so you can see that 20 different models I built. So that's on the predictive modeling. I can go on. So I can build all this predictive modeling techniques and then show you. I'm just looking at the clock, 3:40 now. Okay, so I might have 20-25 minutes. I want to keep last few minutes for discussion also. Moving from here, I'll take another example of unstructured data. Some of you collect a lot of customer verbatim, or else you do a lot of survey, right? So here is one food survey. So the potato product, potato chip, okay, and around 140 people gave their product review. These chips are perfect combination of salt. So you can see that. So how can we use this unstructured data to analyze? Okay, so what we can do is I can simply go and then explore the text, and then here is my Y column. So Jump supports a lot of languages here, and then I use traditional English is good enough, and I'll go and then create something, or I split the data based on terms and phrase list, typical NLP, natural language processing, and I'll build a simple word cloud. You can see that. Let me do a little bit of beautification. Okay, so just to give you a little more arbitrary color. So many people are talking about flavor here, you can see, and then people are also talking about wickedly good. That's a double positive, I call it as. Overall looks like good chips, but I want to understand the sentiment behind it. I can go ahead and then do discriminant analysis, term selection, all these capabilities. I'll click sentiment analysis here. Now that based on the negation terms and then intensifier terms, these are all manageable. You can change it, you can fine tune it, okay? And then it runs the sentiment analysis. Overall, it gives you a positive sentiment. That means the chips are really good, or the kids are liking the chips in this case. That's how you look at the unstructured data. I just wanted to give an example of unstructured data at this point of time. So anybody into structural equation model, I'll take another example of structural equation model or a factor analysis kind of an approach, or a design of experiment, reliability, Six Sigma. I'll quickly show time series analysis, and then I'll go to get into the structural equation model. Just want to check from your pulse. Would you like to take me a time series or quality or a structural equation model, any of the capabilities, so that definitely I would like to take your advice before go ahead, because we have 20-25 minutes. I just want to optimize our time also. Yeah. There you go. My camera is falling off. Not a good idea. Okay. Any inputs? I'm just looking at the chat box if there are any instructions from the organizers or not.
No, so as such, there's no question from the audience related to this. I can see on the chat box.
Okay. So I
Maybe
can
later,
demonstrate all these
once you
capabilities.
done, yes.
Okay, so I'll take a structural equation model kind of, so most of you might be from social sciences, so I thought let me take SEM is extensively used. So here is a data, privacy related data, reputation related data, and then security related data, and then trust. So should I, or whether I buy from open so-called online purchase? That's what we are trying to see here. Okay. So first is in a SEM approach, you do a confirmatory exploratory factor analysis, and then you do a confirmatory factor analysis. Okay, so I'll go to multivariate methods. There's something called structural equation models, and I want to do a little bit of CFA here. You know, those who are familiar with the SEM, the first thing you do is a CFA, check for reliability and validity, and then I can do a little bit of model shortcut quickly, confirmatory factor analysis. I'll build the latent variable. This is my privacy variable, and this is my reputation. Sorry, that's reputation, and this is little bit of security, and then this is trust, and this is my privacy. Okay. Oh, this is no, this is not privacy. Purchase intention. Sorry, I'm trying to purchase, or yeah, purchase intent. So this is PI is purchase intent. So I'll just quickly build a confirmatory factor analysis here, and then I'll just gives you all the intercepts, variances, covariances, gives me a status, all the rules are passed, and I just run, and it gives me a CFA kind of a model here. And you can look at all sorts of summary fit indices, R-square for endogenous. Assessing measurement model is most important. It gives you all the indicator reliability, composite reliability, maximum reliability, and your validity metrics like average variance extracted. And here comes your kind of visual appeal also on the output here. So once you do the CFA, and then if your all the constructs are valid and reliable, I can always go ahead and then do a little bit of structural equation model where I would say, hey, I want to test an hypothesis, privacy, reputation, and then security, or have a covariance. And at the same time, they have kind of loading on the regression loading on the trust. That means if the website is private, reputation and security, I'll trust them. If I trust only, I'll buy from that. At the same time, I only buy from reputed websites. This is the model I want to build here. Okay, I can run the model. Now you can also customize. Okay, so customize diagram, you can always do fill color, change the manifest color, change the yeah, kind of it gives you a lot of options. And modification indices, if you want to fine tune your model, you can go ahead and look at the modification indices and then fine tune your model. it gives you a lot of options like normalized residuals, heat map, R square for endogenous variables. So you can also export the output, and then all the models which are built are here, and then you can keep comparing that. Okay, so that's a bit of structural equation model here. And any of the multivariate technique I want to pick here, all these capabilities are predictive modeling. I took a couple of them here. Time series, let me take a small time series. We're looking at forecasting a sales data, marketing sales data here, and here is my sales and this is my date, and I can build a simple uh, time series analysis. I look at the sales value here, and then time is my ID. And then normally you look for the stationarity of the data before you do whether the data is stationary or not. Looks like there is a trend here, you can see. And you can go ahead and then do a lot of options differencing and start building the model. Or else you can do ARIMA models, seasonal ARIMA, or else smoothing models, all sorts of winters, double smoothing, simple, or a state space smoothing model. Okay, so you can build all the models here. Okay, let me build all the models here quickly. Okay, fitting state space smoothing models. You can see just a click of a button, I built all these models. And if you don't have time, don't worry. This is how you, when you teach, you start teaching like this. If you don't have time as an analyst, you can also do something called time series forecast, where instead of you choosing running each of the model and then choosing it, so you can ask JMP, hey, these are all, select all, and then tell me which is the best model. You can, that's our commercial customers also use it. Okay, so it runs all the models and say, hey Murli, MADM, multiplicative error, and then additive trend, yeah, seasonality type is multiplicative, and this is your best model. Go ahead and use it. Either you go traditional way, you don't have time, you go the automated way. Both ways are there. Moving ahead, I'll take a little bit on the Six Sigma kind of problem here. I'm looking at a diameter of a particular component here and analyze. I can go quality, reliability process here. I can just drag and drop and then build a control charts easily. Okay. Again, this is, you can drag and drop and build. If you want any conventional things, here it is. Okay, control charts, all sorts of control charts are here. Your model driven control charts are Pareto diagram, Ishikawa fishbone, or so-called cause and effect diagram, operating characteristic curves, all those things, reliability, consumer research, all these things are part of JMP software. Okay, so there is one software which has all these capabilities, including design of experiments. I'm not going to touch the design of experiments. That's another beast for me if I start talking about it. So probably I'll look out for another opportunity to give you a demo on the design of experiments. So, and just to put it simply, how can you extract maximum information from minimum number of experiments? Especially from a hotel and food industry, you want to make the best coffee. Okay, there are a lot of inputs or the parameters or process parameter gets into making a coffee, right? How can, instead of running all the possible combinations, given the time and resources, we would do that, but in that case we will not have resources and then time to do. So create a smart experimental design so that you can extract maximum info. So that's the design of experiment, statistically creating an experiment and then evaluating it and then reaching the stage of optimization using simulation and prediction and all those things. So that's the design of experiments. So I'm looking at the clock. We have 10 minutes and then we'll open up for the questions. So I know I had a couple more things to discuss, but looking at the clock. Okay, so why JMP will help? JMP has capabilities which can help not only the researchers but also faculty and students. I look at this. So JMP creating value for faculties. One of the example, as I said, sample data here. There are a lot of examples for teaching and teaching scripts. If you're teaching statistics, for example, I'll take this one example. Okay, let's assume my distribution is skewed to right. Okay, skewed to right, and I take around 350 samples from it, and I want to extract 350 samples and put a distribution of mean. So I can do a simulation like this in the class and show it to the students. Okay, this is for faculties. even though my distribution is not normal, look at the distribution of sample means. This is becoming normal. If you teach statistics, you know what I'm talking. It's nothing but central limit theorem. We assume the things are to be normal, right? So this is called central limit theorem. I would have taken probably a couple more minutes extra without these kind of applets or simulation, which are there inside JMP, which I was talking, right? Student menu, applets, and use this interactively teach in the class. And another example could be, for example, diameter. I want to fit a distribution to it. Okay. For example, I'll put a distribution to it, and I'm teaching in the quality class, for example. Okay. I'll put a process capability. A lower limit is, let's take, what is the mean is 4. Let's take a 4. Okay. And I'm talking in the class 6 Sigma. I can also show them something called interactive capability. Hey, what if I change the lower specification limit? Look at this, what is happening here. What if I change the lower specification limit? What if I change the distribution? What happens? This will be very interesting for the students and as well as the researchers before you go and then analyze your data to the next level, because deep understanding is the critical. So driving statistical concepts through interactive modes like this will help the students to learn faster also. So this is what I was talking about it. So JMP has a lot of quick guides, videos, books as well. And there are a lot of case studies are available. Okay, so where you can see that if you go to the internet, okay, let's see. So these are all the course materials, step-by-step guides, 1-minute videos, exercises, data, everything is easily, you can go ahead and download. It's absolutely free. Okay, and if you're wondering which are the universities which uses JMP, look at this. Close to 800 plus universities. This is only US related universities, and here comes, okay, I'm quickly running it through, Latin America, Middle East, Asia, Asia Pacific. So all these universities are using it. Don't worry. Course materials. This is what I was talking. Case studies. If you're teaching basic statistics or quality, even the food tech related data, design of experiments. Some of these case studies are industry case studies. That means how industry is using JMP to solve their problems. Okay, so you can use this, and this is a free course called Statistical Thinking for Industrial Problem Solving. It's called STIPS. Okay, I'm going to send the information to the organizers so that they can distribute. It's a free statistical online course which has 7 modules, talks about statistical thinking, exploratory data analysis, quality, decision making with data, correlation, regression. Okay, and it takes overall 30 hours to complete it. I strongly recommend this for all the research scholars here, so that I let them go ahead and register and complete it. If any of the faculty wants to teach it, we can also support you with the teaching materials or resources. These are all the customers who have been using it. Why? These are all the industry application. Who are the people who are using it? The McDonald's of the world, the BASF of the world. If you look at the, especially by application area or by industry, if you look at this pharma, biotech, high-tech manufacturing, consumer products. Yeah, so all these people are using it. And a lot of resources are already there. How do you teach with JMP, or how do you research with JMP? There's something called JMP Academic Program. Okay, so it's called JMP/Teach, which I'm showing you now. Where what are the resources for the faculties? What are the resources for the researchers? What are the resources for students? JMP is a software you need not be teaching in the class. This is what I say. Drag and drop need not be taught, but teach statistics using JMP. Any software should help you to perform faster and quicker, and JMP is one on top of it. Okay? It helps you to learn faster and solve your problem. Here comes JMP's welcome to the Statistical Knowledge Portal. If you have any questions, you can go. We have a strong community as well. And here is a learning library. Okay. And this is what I was talking about. So concept discovery modules, case studies, collection, and value for students. What we have started since last year is JMP Academic Suite, where we are proposing unlimited licenses. That means if you have 5,000 students, 10,000 students, everybody gets JMP software, okay, with full features, no restrictions, everything, data for everything, analytics for everything, statistical data analysis for everything. I spoke about one of the certification here. This is called Statistical Thinking for Industrial Problem Solving STIPS. Free online statistics course. Go ahead and then complete it whenever you get time. As I said, JMP Academic Suite Advantage, what we are proposing for all the universities and departments. There is a one software which takes you from data to decision as a journey. All capabilities in one desktop-based software, data cleaning, visualization, exploratory data analysis, multivariate research methods, predictive modeling, time series, sentiment, quality, sigma, all these things. And the best part is JMP is available both Mac and Windows. Okay, it is available on both Mac and Windows. And internet is not at all required once you install it, whether your students are sitting in the coffee shop or else at home or else in the college, it works absolutely. No IP address, use anywhere and everywhere. And as I said, we are proposing unlimited licenses for researchers, professors, and students with all the capabilities. We have data sets, videos, guides, case studies, add-ins, simulations, all these things are part of JAM. And I also, as a part of academic team, my primary role is to engage with the professors and then conduct workshops, train the trainer, or else little more advanced uh, uh, areas in the management science or the engineering science or food tech, agriculture, wherever it is. How can we use it? And then we develop case studies and then we collaborate with the professors and department in their statistical journey. So this is a small glimpse of what JMP is. At the same time, JMP Academic Suite is all about. And I'm looking at 3:56. I kept 5-10 minutes for a Q&A. I know the next presenter is waiting, could be, so I don't know it is time. So please let me know your thoughts and we'll open for the questions. Yeah.
So the session is open for question and answer. So audience, please, you can ask question related to the jump and the topics Dr. Muralidharan has shared and given the insight of the software. The actually how it is helpful and how we can use this. So any question, anything related to this which you can get more knowledge on it, because the right person is here with us today to share the knowledge and experience and to clear the doubts related to the particular topic.
The first question is, was I audible and were you able to see my screen? I know it's a question.
Yes, sir, you are very much audible and sir, the screen is very much clear, sir.
Okay, good to see you.
I think you have cleared almost everything, all the doubts, and it was so clearly, explained that no one is having, I think, the doubt and the question. You can write in the chat box if you want to ask any question. The all attendees. Can we have the link how to learn JMP?
Okay, so if you want to explore JMP now that you're seeing that, you can go to jmp.com and you can also try downloading a 30-day free trial. Okay, so you can say buy JMP. This is the link. I'm looking at the chat box here, and this is the JMP website. Okay, you got the link here, all of you, by any chance?
Yes, it is there, sir. On the chat, the link is visible on
Chat
the
box.
chat.
I
You
did
can see
send
it.
the link Q&A. How to access and enroll. Okay, just go look at the steps. Okay, here is the statistical thinking for knowledge. So enroll now, simple.
The same is from Mr. Javed Ahmed Bhatt. He's asking the course about statistical knowledge you spoke about. How do we access and enroll for the course?
I think I sent the link in the chat box also.
That we can, anyone can enroll in the course, right, sir?
Yeah, anybody can enroll.
Great.
Statistical thinking in for industrial problem solving.
Yeah, so
Yeah. Did you get the link, everybody? Yeah, okay, that's the link. And you can download a 30-day free trial software, JMP, okay, with all the capabilities. And if you want your university or department want to access or get the JMP as part of JMP Academic Suite, and you know where to connect. Okay, so this is my email address.
Your email address is also mentioned here and the contact number. So all information required is already mentioned and you have shared everything. Wherever anyone is stuck and they can call you to get the what exactly they are looking for. Okay. So anyone else? Any question? Any other question apart from this? So I think all have cleared their doubts and you have answered almost everything what they want. So it's really a wonderful session, Dr. Mulidhara, and you have shared a knowledge and experience related to the data adoption, teaching and research, how JUMP is useful to do the research and use all this, and especially the like you have explained very much like data wrangling, multiple types, and how the different formulas and formats can be used the help of this data to decision for multiple data like you have said is import of data from different users. It is easy and much easy for do that particular task. Modeling scoring for the price, you have given a different examples related to that also. So very really interesting and a wonderful informative session and experience and knowledge shared by you on this. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for being here with us
It's my
for
pleasure,
today's
Professor.
webinar and for putting the insight of the particular topic. So thank you so much, Mr. Mulidhara. Thank you so much.
It's
Looking
my
forward to
pleasure.
see you on such sessions in future.
Thank you so much. Have a great rest of the day, Professor. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Thank you so much. Our pleasure, sir. Always. So now I would like to invite our next speaker on which we have SPS. The next topic for the session is SPS. The SPS statistics is a powerful statistical software platform. Usually, it offers a user-friendly interface and a robust set of features that lets your organization quickly extract actionable insight from your data. Advanced statistical procedures helps ensure high occupancy and quality decision making. Of all analytics lifecycle are included, from data preparation and management to analysis and reporting. To share the knowledge on this, we have Dr. Mr. Gaurav. Mr. Gaurav, am I audible to you?
Yes, sir, you are audible to me.
Yes,
I
sir.
hope my
So,
voice is audible enough.
yes, your voice is audible. So we have Mr. Gaurav with us. He is a graduate in information technology and is associated with SPSS South Asia Private Limited as a statistician. So welcome, Mr. Gaurav, and I hand over to you for the further to take the session forward.
All right, thank you so much, sir, for
Sir,
showcase for the
your
demonstration
video
on
is not. I think it's not on the screen.
screen. Yeah, I'm just figuring out how to share my screen, and
Just one
sorry.
second, sir. Just one second. Sunil, sir. I'll just one second. So there's a on the right hand side top. There's a camera icon is there. You can just click on that.
Okay.
It gives you enable video next
So
to the
now
mic
am I
on the top
visible?
right hand side. Yes,
Got
sir.
it.
Now you are on the screen, sir. We can see you.
Okay. Wow.
Yes, sir.
Just let me know how to share the screen because I just want to show you the modules about the SPSS and the interface as well. So,
Yes, sir. Just give me a moment.
hmm,
Hi, Gaurav sir.
hello.
Hi. So on the right hand side, you will see an option of sharing. There are small icons there. In that, you got one icon for share content or sharing.
Sharing option. Would that be the
Yes, if
one?
you click on that, it will give you all the options.
Okay, I got an option as a
Just like
share
on
screen as
Google
well.
Meet, we have the same sharing option that is there.
Okay. Yeah, I hope my screen is being shared.
Yes, it is, sir. Yes, it is.
Yes, sir.
We can see
All
your
right.
screen.
Okay,
Perfect.
so shall I start?
Please, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. So first of all, I would like to thank you each and everyone for giving me this chance to introduce our software as known as SPSS. So basically, as everyone knows, that SPSS stands for Statistical Package for Social Science. It is a data analytics software which helps you to analyze your data, get more insight from it, do analysis on that, and grow your business or your research. As SPSS stands for Statistical Package for Social Science. The first version of SPSS was introduced in late 60s, 1960, and the latest version we have of SPSS is 28.0, wherein SPSS comes with base plus 14 add-on modules. Base plus 14 add-on modules. Each add-on module has its own specification and its uses. Okay. So I will take you through. Divided this session into two parts. Just one for the module specification, what are techniques it comes with, and the second will be I'll take you through a walkthrough of the SPSS software, wherein I'll be showing some examples for you. Okay. So as SPSS comes with base plus 14 add-on modules, let me take you through each and every module first. Wherein base plus any two add-on modules is necessary for you to opt in for SPSS. As per your need, you can opt in. So first, SPSS comes with base module. As this is the base module, it provides you the capabilities that supports your entire analytic process, including from data preparation, descriptive statistics, linear regression, visual graphing, and reporting. You can access multiple data formats without any data processing size limits. But as it is a base module, it has certain limitations as well. For example, you can perform linear regression up to bivariate and univariate cases. But the moment you need to perform a linear regression for multivariate cases, you will require the regression add-on module. So the base module, the features what comes with the base module has been listed over here. I hope this PDF has been shared with you. If it isn't, just let me know. So I will share it with you so you'll have an idea about it, what all things are covered in the base and each and every add-on module. So in this PDF, as you can see, the key features which comes with the statistics base module are listed below over here. All of the techniques and the key features, the options which you get in the base modules are listed below over here in detail. Example, there are some predictive techniques, bivariate statistics, data editor, reporting, transformation, and many more. So these are all the things which comes with the base module in SPSS. You can create custom charts, multiple charts as per your need. Then we have certain techniques as well, reliability analysis, ROC analysis, and we have certain enhancement as well in the 28 version, wherein meta-analysis and power analysis, these are the two new add-on feature, as in two analysis add-on methods, which is the latest enhancement in SPSS 28 version. Okay, so this was all about the base module, which with what capabilities it has. Then we have an add-on module known as an advanced statistics. So basically, this add-on module provides you procedures that offers advanced statistical modeling options to analyze your data that has unique characteristics. Example would be a simple example would be describing a relationship between a dependent variable and a set of independent variables. And some of its methods would be general linear model, general linear mixed model, Bayesian statistics, survival analysis, which eventually helps you to gain deeper insights from your data to help solve real world problems in disciplines such as manufacturing, pharmaceutical, and market research. So the key features which comes with this add-on module, the advanced statistic, are listed below over here. Request you to please take out some time and go through it so you will have an idea till what extent you can do your analysis with certain add-on modules. Okay, so these are all the is in the advanced statistic add-on module, Bayesian statistic, general linear mixed model, general linear model, variance component analysis, log linear, and many more. So this was of the advanced statistic add-on module. Then we have an add-on module known as in bootstrapping. So bootstrapping, it is nothing but a resampling technique which helps you to improve the accuracy in your analysis. This method is a tool consisting of a repeatedly drawing samples from your dataset, calculating statistic, and perform matrix on each of those samples. So in machine learning, it is used for the performance of model. One important thing about bootstrapping is bootstrapping isn't supported by the entire analysis, whatever entire methods which comes with SPSS. Bootstrapping is only supported by certain analysis. Example, all the analysis which it supports are listed below over here. Example, descriptives and descriptive frequency, means, cross-step, you can perform bootstrapping. Then in modeling procedures, these are the methods in which you can bootstrap. Okay, example, regression, logistic regression. So only these all techniques or these all methods, on these all methods you can perform bootstrapping. So that is one thing about bootstrapping add-on module. Then we have an add-on module known as direct marketing. So direct marketing, this add-on module is specifically for marketing purpose. It helps you to conduct advanced analysis on your customer or your contacts to help improve your results. Choosing from recency, frequency, and monetary analysis. We have certain other techniques as well, as in cluster analysis, prospect analysis, postal code analysis. Helps you to understanding your customer in depth, improving your campaigns, and maximize your ROI of marketing budget. As I told you, it is specifically for marketing purpose. So we have two basically add-on modules. Wherein one is direct marketing and conjoint. The key features which comes with the direct marketing add-on modules are listed below over here. Request you to please go through it. Same as for the conjoint analysis add-on module. So it helps you to understand. So basically the conjoint module, this add-on module is helpful when you have to understand the preference of your customer. It helps to uncover information about how a customer compares product in market and measures the product attributes on consumer behavior. So with this information, you can design, price, and market your product or services tailored as per your customer needs. Key features are also listed below here. Request you to please go through it. So this was about conjoint analysis add-on module. Then we have an add-on module known as an exact test. So this add-on module gives you the capabilities to obtain accurate results when you have small number of data set. When assumption of your analysis might not be met by your data, you can use this add-on module. So it also helps you to get accurate results. So this add-on module provides two additional methods to do so, wherein one is exact pressure test and the second is Monte Carlo's method. And the other features which it comes with are listed below here as well. Request you to please go through it. Then we have an add-on module known as categories. So this module helps you when you have categorical type of data. It uses optimal scaling to analyze your data that are difficult or impossible for standard statistical methods to do so. Some of the examples would be correspondence analysis, multiple correspondence analysis, categorical regression, and many more. The key features which comes with the category add-on module are listed below here as well. Request you to please go through it. Then we have an add-on module known as a neural network, as it is a predictive technique which offers a non-linear data modeling procedures that enables you to discover more complex relationship in your data. It is an AI technique, and the two main methods to do so is multi-layer perception and the radial basis function. And the other features which comes in this are listed below here as well. Request you to please go through it. Then we have an add-on module known as a custom table. So this add-on module helps you to summarize the output of SPSS. It offers advanced features that allows you to build tables which can be easily understood by your people or your audience. It has a very easy to use graphical using interface and formatting controls as well. And other key features which are included in the custom table add-on modules are listed below over here. Request you to please go through it. Then we have an add-on module known as data preparation. So this add-on module has some advanced techniques that helps you to streamline or make your data preparation stage easy. It is a tool which benefits in delivering fast and accurate results. Some of the example would be automated data preparation. You can validate your data and many more. The other key features are listed below over here. Request you to please go through it. Then we have an add-on module known as a decision tree. As this add-on module helps you to identify and discover relationship in your data set and then predict future events. It helps you to present categorical results and explain your analysis more clearly to your non-technical audience. You can create models for segmentation, stratification, data reduction, variable screening, interaction identification, and many more. The key features which comes with this add-on modules are also listed over here. Please go through it so you will have an idea. Then we have an add-on module known as in regression. As it is a family of a classical predictive technique, it contains a wide range of nonlinear data modeling options that augments the linear regression from the base module. The key features which come with regression add-on module are listed below over here, as in multinomial logistic regression, nonlinear regression, binary logistic regression, and many more. All of these techniques you can see over here comes with the regression add-on module, which are all advanced techniques. Then we have an add-on module known as in forecasting. So as forecasting, it is a time series module. A time series is a set of observation obtained by measuring a single variable regularly over time. And time series forecasting is the use of a model to predict future events based on past events, as in known past events. And the key features which comes with the forecasting add-on module are listed below here as well. Some are ARIMA models and many more. So request you to please go through it so you will have a brief idea till what extent you can use the forecasting add-on module. The techniques are listed below. Then we have an add-on module known as in complex samples. As in this module was designed to help you reach correct point estimates, predict numerical and categorical outcomes from non-simple random samples, and account up to 3 stages when analyzing data from multi-stage design. It improves the accuracy of your result, accelerate your analysis, boost efficiency, and manage complex survey data. Key features are also listed below over here. Request you to please go through it. Then we have an add-on module known as in missing values. As this is a very helpful module which helps you to manage missing values in your dataset and draw valid conclusion from it. It also helps you to build models that specifically account for missing data and remove hidden bias in your data. The key features which comes with the missing values add-on modules are listed below here, as in analyze patterns and many more. Then we have a specifically standalone software which is called as an AMOS, which is used for structural equation modeling. I won't be going in depth for this. Okay, so this was all about the modules which comes with SPSS, wherein base plus 14 add-ons. Any 2 add-on modules is necessary for you to opt in for SPSS. Okay, and the latest version of SPSS, what all things are enhancement, I'll just show you that as well. So this sheet also I'll make sure it is shared with you. So this sheet contains all the latest advanced features which is in 28th version of SPSS. As in, we have certain new statistics known as meta-analysis. Then we have new procedure enhancement known as power analysis, and there are other procedure enhancement as well. Then we have new additional methods of ratio statistics. Then we have added new visualization method which is called as a relationship map. We have certain enhancement in search options as well. We have improvements in statistics workbook as well. You can create your own syntax if you are a programming geek. And there is new addition to edit output in SPSS with the side pane at a table editor. So these are all the certain features which are the new enhanced 28 version. Now let me take you through the interface of software. Okay, so this is how the SPSS looks like. It is basically kind of an Excel sheet which gives you basically two options, wherein one is data view and one is variable view. Data view is where you will be able to see your data, feed your raw data directly, and the variable view is wherein you will be able to define your data set. I'll give you an example for that as well, where you'll be able to see your data, and we have certain options as in which you have to use in SPSS. It is very easy to use. File, data, transform, analyze, and graph. These are the five main options which you will be going through when you use SPSS. File is the option wherein you will be able to import the types of data set, example, different types of data set in SPSS. If you go through this option, import data, you will be able to see what all types of dataset you can import in SPSS, cell, CSV, text, in just one click. Then if you want to export your dataset in some formats, it gives you an option as well, which directly in any form if you need, you can export your data from SPSS. How you open a dataset in SPSS? It's very simple. First, I'll give you an example of how you create a new dataset in SPSS. If you want to create a new dataset, just go hit new data. It will take you a window wherein you have to just feed your data. And now we have two windows. Close one. That's how you open a new data file in SPSS. And if you want to open a data set in SPSS, just go to open data and navigate through the path where you have stored your file. Currently, we are using the demo data set, which comes with SPSS itself with an extension of .sav. If you have any time confusion in future, like what kind of a file you can import, just click through this drop down menu. You will be able to see what all types of data set you can import in SPSS. You will have a brief idea about it. And to open, just click or name it file name, click open. So that is in SPSS. So this is how your dataset will look like in SPSS, and this is the variable view. As I told you that the data view is to see your data or directly feed your raw data in SPSS, and variable view is how where you will be able to define your dataset. Wherein this is a very crucial part in data analysis or any other research or any other problem, because all your analysis depends upon how you define your variables in your data set. So in this column, I'll take you through each and every option one by one. So this is the first column known as a name, wherein you will be giving a name to your variable. It has to be short and sweet. It can't contain any numbers or any special symbol, as SPSS doesn't allow, which is one rule while defining your variable in SPSS. It has as in a name a variable along if you have a if contains a long length. For that, we have given labels when you can label your variable. Example age, you have labeled as a marital status. So SPSS gives you an option wherein you can just give a name, a short name to your variable, and define a variable label for that name as well. This is how it works. Then we'll come to the type of variable. So if you want to define the type of variable, you have to just click through the three dots in SPSS. It will give you this dialog box wherein these are all the types of variable you can define in your data set, wherein numeric, date, string are the most often useful things in SPSS, and there are other things as well, as in scientific or date. As per your need, you can do it. So while defining your variables, if you have to define the type of variable you need in your data set, so this is how you do that in SPSS, the type of variable. Example, gender, you can see we have defined it as a string. Then we have a with and decimals column. With and decimals are not more that often used in SPSS, but yes, if you want to limit a width of your variable in your data set, you can just toggle through this small arrows as in defining a width for your variable, and it will be defined. Same goes for the decimal as well. Labels I have explained you. Then we have a column known as in values. So this value column is useful when you have a categorical type of data. Give you an example for that. As in marital status, we have categories for that. So we'll just click over here and click these three dots. It will give you a dialog box like this, wherein we have defined 0 for unmarried and 1 for married. So that how it is useful in SPSS, as in defining your variables in SPSS. Same here, if you can see, we have given a categories for the income categories as well. One for this value as in under $25, two for between 25 and 49, and vice versa. So whenever you need to deal with a categorical type of data, this value column is useful. Then we have a column known as in missing values. This column is useful when you have missing values in your data set and you want to replace it with certain values. So over here in this example, you see in the internet connection, wherever I have a missing values, I have replaced it with certain values as per my need, as in 8 and 9. So wherever in this data set there will be missing values, it will be automatically replaced with these values as I have defined it. So this missing columns is useful when you have missing values in your data set. Then we have columns, and alignment is not that much useful. We have a very important thing in SPSS wherein it is known as measures, wherein you will be defining the measure for your variable. SPSS basically offers three type of measures, wherein one is scale, ordinal, and nominal. Scale, you have to define this measure when you have continuous variables. Ordinal and nominal are both for categories. Nominal is basically for the categorical variable, example marital status, and ordinal is for those categories which can be rank ordered. Example would be a simple income category, wherein we can rank order these categories as well. That's why we have selected ordinal. We'll see over here as well. It is a categorical type of data variable. So this is how measure is useful in SPSS. You have to be very cautious while defining the measure for your variable because it will be affecting your analysis as well. Then we have a role column wherein you can define a specific role for your variable. These are all the options which SPSS provide: input, target, both, none, partition, and split. These two last options are not that much useful, but yes, targeting, defining a variable as a target variable or a both is important in your analysis as well. So this is how you define your variable in SPSS, which is a crucial stage for your analysis. So as I told you, this is how easy it is to load your data set and define your variables in SPSS. Then we have certain menus over here. As I told you, file is basically used to open or export your data set in SPSS. As I told you, data and transform, these two menus are most oftenly used while preparing your data set in SPSS. Let me just click here. So as you can see, these are all the options which it offers to prepare your data set in SPSS. You can define a variable. Sorry for that. You can define the properties of your variables. You can set measurement levels. You can define date and time. You can validate your data set with predefined rules. You can also define your own rules to validate your data. You can identify duplicate cases with just one click. You can sort cases, sort variables, you can merge two files with cases and with variables as well. So that is how useful is this data menu while preparing your data set. You can filter your data as well from the select cases. Give an example. If you want to filter your data, you have to just click to the select cases. Click over here if condition and give a condition. Simple example would be, let's take an age variable. You can by drag and drop as well in SPSS. Now, a simple example for select cases as in filtering your data. Now I want to see an age who has greater than 40. I've just provided the condition over here. And if you want to see what are conditions you can put in, you have to just click over here all. So you will be seeing this window popped up when these are all the types of functions you can use, which are many. It will take you time to go through all of. So this window will give you all the options, all the functions which can be used in this scenario, and just hit OK, continue, OK. Now you can see on the left as the dataset has changed. Now I can only see the age variables which is more than 40 in this case. And if you want to just reset, this is a shortcut key to go through the latest option which you have done in SPSS. Just reset it, hit OK. Now you are in the normal dataset form. Now your dataset is in totally new as in normal form. As I told you, data and transform is both using while preparing your dataset. These are options which comes with the transform menu. You can compute new variables. You can recode into same variables or different variables. You can create binning. You can replace missing values. You can create random numbers for your analysis. So this is how easy it is to use SPSS. Just play with one click. And this is the main menu, which is the analyze option, in which you will be able to see all the analysis methods which comes with SPSS. Currently I have the complete version of SPSS, complete 14 add-on modules. That's why I can see all of these analysis options, wherein power analysis and meta-analysis are the two new add-on methods to do so. Simple example, if you want to run a descriptive statistics in SPSS, very simple, go to analyze, descriptive statistic, and these are the options you can use. Currently we want to use a descriptive. It will give you a pop-up window like this. Select you can drag and drop a variable in SPSS, or you can just click it, click shift and use the arrow for all the variables you want to select. Use this arrow. Now we have selected these all variables for a descriptive statistic. So in SPSS, an important factor will be whenever you open a certain dialog box or a certain analysis you want to perform, every time you will be getting some kind of these options wherein you can toggle as per your needs. As I told you, bootstrapping is supported by certain analysis. So whatever analysis it is supported by, you will be getting this option or it won't be shown to you. If you toggle through this option, you can see till what extent you can do what many things you can do in SPSS. As it is one click, I can do types of measurement in SPSS. Example, sum, variance, range, kurtosis, skewness in just one click. Hit continue and hit OK. Your descriptives on the variables you have selected will be popped up in this way. So this is how the output of SPSS looks like. It gives you a total in SPSS, and if you want to edit these table, just double click it. There will be a new option as popped up. Then if you want to edit your output, click this window, click this option which is on a side pane editor, and edit your output. Change the font, you can change the size of the new things, and these are the other options which you can use in SPSS to edit your output. And if you want to export your output, it is very simple. Just hit right click. You can copy this and paste it in your Word format, or you can either copy as an Excel worksheet or a plain text or in just an image. So that how easy it is to use or export your output from SPSS. Okay. So this is how easy it is to use SPSS. Same for a frequency as well. So you can explore all these functions. So that's how easy it is to use SPSS. Then we have a certain known as a graph. If you want to visualize your data, you have to just hit this option graph. It will give you these all options. Relationship is the new one. Go to chart builder. Left bottom, you will be able to see what all now charts or plots you can create with SPSS. With the categories bar, line, area, pie, scatter, histogram, high-low, box plot, as per your need. How to use it? You can click it, double click it, and drag and drop. Okay, let's reset it for you. If you want to create a bar plot, drag and drop over here. Select the variables as per your need. In bar plot, we need a categorical variable. Drag and drop over here. Explore these options, which gives you many options. You can change the color of your output as per your needs and other options as well. Just hit OK. Your graph will be created in SPSS. Few seconds. As on the right bottom, you can see it is running a program. Create the graph. Usually it is more quick, but I have a slow system, that's why it's taking time. That is how easy it is to create a graph in SPSS as well. As per your need, you can create multiple graphs at a time. Same goes for if you want to export this graph, you have to double click it to edit your graph as per your need. There will be new window popped up wherein you can customize the graph as per your need. And if you want to cut, copy, paste, you can just cut, copy as per your need. You can get it as an image as well or Microsoft Office graphic object. So that's how easy it is to use SPSS or visualize data, export your output in SPSS it is. Okay, we have certain other options as well to create graphs wherein these are all the types of graph. If you hover over certain graphs, you'll be getting a small kind of a popped up notification what bar it is, as in a stack bar it is simple 3D bar, clustered, and vice versa. Okay, so this is how easy it is to you create a visualization of your data set in SPSS. And if you can see in this output window, there are certain options as well, wherein these are the shortcuts in SPSS. You have to just hover over it. You will be getting a small pop-up what it is used for. Example, this is for the recently used dialog box to print as well. Save this document as per your need, and vice versa. So this is the output of SPSS. Same goes for the SPSS. If you want to know these are all the shortcuts in SPSS. You have to just hover over. You will be getting a pop-up. You can directly go to a certain variables with this shortcut. Or if you have a categorical type of data in SPSS, hit this menu or shortcut button as in value labels. You will be able to see what are all the categorical type of data in SPSS with just one click. Okay, which is really nice. Then we have in certain use as in utilities, which are all the extra added features in SPSS. You can create your own script as well with this menu. File, you can create your own syntax in SPSS. If you are a programming geek, you have to just go to file. Okay, I don't know why it's taking some time. Then you can create your own syntax file. Open syntax, a new syntax if you have stored it in. Then we have a really important thing in SPSS known as an extension, wherein this is the extension hub through which download or add extension in SPSS, wherein there are 130 plus extensions in SPSS compatible with programming languages like R and Python. If you want to add an extension or what an extension is, In SPSS, you have to just go through this menu, which are known as extension, hub, which is known as, and through here you can search as per your need what all extension you need. Extensions hub will be useful wherein run macros in SPSS as well. You can do text analysis with a certain extension in SPSS. It is not paid, it is free with SPSS that comes. Even if you opt in for a base plus any two add-on modules, you can utilize this extension hub as per your need. You can see these are the languages that are compatible with. Then these are you've shown a categories as well. If you are not aware of what the extension are in SPSS, can categorize as per your need. If it is not installed, it will give you an option to add in SPSS. You can get info on that as well, what it is used for, the extension in SPSS, which is really nice thing in SPSS. Then one important thing about SPSS is whenever you get stuck in SPSS, there is a really nice help menu which comes with the topics. You have to just hit help topic, and whatever analysis you can do with SPSS, it will be through which is IBM doc, known as an IBM doc, wherein you can see all the case studies on each and every analysis which you can perform in SPSS. Okay, so this is the window option, the topics. You have to just go through the case study, or you can go through the tutorial as well. I'll recommend you to go through the case studies because it's helpful whenever you're doing any analysis. The case studies have this stepwise, you know, how you can perform certain analysis in SPSS with the screenshot itself. If you get stuck anywhere, it is a really nice thing in SPSS, which is the case studies. As case studies in 4 options, as in base, standard, professional, and there are more than 100 case studies. You can go through it. For each and every options, there is a dedicated case study with a dedicated data set as well, which are the .sav extension dataset, the demo dataset, which comes with SPSS. Example, if you want to do exploratory data analysis, there is an option through which you can just go through next and next. It will show you how you can perform certain things in SPSS if you get stuck over. Okay, which will give you a data set. You can see a problem which you have to solve with that analysis option. There is a data set for that .sav extension. Just hit next. It will guide you through all of the steps you have to do to get through this method or do this analysis in SPSS with the screenshot itself. As I've told you, is a really useful thing in SPSS. So all by my side. So this would be the entire demonstration on SPSS, how easy it is to use. And that's it.
So Gaurav has shared a very, a deep knowledge of SPSS, how we can use and how it is useful basically, and how easy. So
Yes,
I
it
would
is
like,
very easy to use.
yes, it is very easy. I would like to open the session for question and answer for our attendees and audience. So please, you can ask the question you have or any doubt related to SPSS. And because I think Mr. Gaurav is here, so he is the right person who can clear your doubts and the question he can answer for you. So you can write on a chat box also. Everyone can write on a chat box any question related to the SPSS, any doubt you have in your mind, so that you will get an answer right now only, and you can use it for your further task.
Okay, I'll share my email as well. Needed. We
Yes,
do
sir.
provide
Yes,
training
you are
on.
audible, sir. So if you can write the email on your chat box, so everyone can save that from chat box, sir. Yeah, it
Yes,
is
I
here.
have just shared it.
Yes, it's gaurav@spss.co.in, right, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So it is here on the chat box, and everyone can save the email ID, and they can use for further clarification and doubt related to the SPSS whenever they want. Any question, any question, any doubt or anything related to this you want to ask from Mr. Gaurav? No doubt, no question. So it is a wonderful session, sir. You have explained each and everything about SPSS, how useful it is basically, and everyone can use this. So, am I audible to you?
Yes, sir, you are.
Thank you, sir. So, any question, any doubt? I think no one has any question because you have cleared almost everything in such a manner that they don't have any question in the last to ask and to clear about.
Wow.
Yes, we can take it
In
that
case
way.
if in future if you face any problems with SPSS, we do provide trainings on that as well. We try to help your each and every doubt,
Okay,
concerns
so
regarding
if
SPSS.
someone want to take a training and there's some course from this, so how they can connect or how it is possible? Like, what is the procedure to go for that?
So basically, we SPSS we provide perpetual license for SPSS, which will be a lifetime access. There is no need to go through a certain subscription. We have a dedicated team for that who can help you with all the what how much it costs or whatever it is. We have a dedicated team, sales team for that. And after getting the software, if you are still having some doubt or any clarification you need, we do provide sessions on that. When we want
Okay,
you to make the best use out of SPSS, we till like what extent you can go in with SPSS. And at
definitely.
a one time, we do have two options basically, wherein one is network, which is installed in your network with multiple users, and in the specific system as well, in dedicated desktop one, which is a new thing, can be accessed by multiple users. That is also one thing.
That's great. That's
And
great, sir. So it's very much useful. So
yes, you can
for
save this email.
okay, so for pricing detail, you have posted this, sir.
Yes, this is my teammate
Okay,
from
anyone
GSP.
can log into this or sorry, just browse on this and they can get the pricing detail of SPSS,
Yes.
how much it is. Yeah, it costs. That's great. That's really nice. Helpful for everyone. Anything else from anyone from the audience? I don't think because there is no question. So thank you so much, Mr. Gaurav. Thank you so much for being here with us today for a wonderful session. You have shared your knowledge and experience to give us a deep, and the thoughts and the clear concept about the SPSS. It will be definitely everyone can use and in their own area. So thank you so much, sir, once again for being here, and we'll look forward for your presence in future webinar or some sessions whenever we required your support.
Thank you so much for giving me your time as well. I really enjoyed it,
Our
sharing the
pleasure, sir.
knowledge.
Our pleasure, always.
Thank you so much. In case if you would like this my presentation, please drop a feedback email. I would love that if I have
Definitely,
any
sir.
concerns.
Definitely.
Okay, which will help me to progress as well.
Without saying, sir, we
So
will do
please
that
share your
definitely, sir.
insight.
Sure, sir, sure.
And
And
once
I
again,
believe everyone has gained the knowledge and enjoyed the session. The number of attendees we had here, so they will it is a useful and they will use it in their own task whenever it's required. And obviously, you have given your email ID and the website, so they will use that and obviously contact you or us like whenever it's required to provide some related information related to the SPSS. Definitely, sir.
all right. So
Thank you,
once
sir.
again,
Thank
I
you
would
so
like
much,
to
sir. Yes,
thank you
sir.
so much. Thank you
Our
so
pleasure,
much
sir.
for giving it.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much once again.
Thank
Thank
you.
you everyone, all attendees and participants for attending the webinar. So it is a series as I have discussed in the beginning only. So the next webinar on the series will be on the next Friday, 3 to 5 p.m. see you on that day. For that, we will share you the creative and the detail of the webinar related to the particular topic. Till that, thank you so much, everyone. See you on next Friday at 3 o'clock.